Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Heather and my channel is called Beautifully Mixed Makeup. Today I thought we would just do a simple get ready with me, chit chat kind of thing, talk about life, what's going on, and all of that. First I'm going to start with a primer. I'm actually going to use two. First I'm going to use the Smashbox Oil Primer. I really enjoy this. And even if you have oily skin, which I have combo skin, this will actually still work for you. This is kind of one of the ones that I constantly go back to. So it is Wednesday here. I'm actually off work, which is super awesome. My days off rotate every month, so trying to figure out when I'm going to be off is difficult. Let's see, next I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, and I'm going to run this around my T-zone. So I'm just taking today to run some errands and pick up my husband's Valentine's Day present and just kind of getting my life together. So Valentine's Day is right around the corner. It is technically next Wednesday, I believe, or Tuesday or Wednesday. One of those days, sometime next week. But most people are celebrating it, this weekend because, most people are off work or whatever. And my husband is actually taking me to, they have this hotel down in Tokyo that is actually an American hotel, but they do like a 7-course meal with wine pairings and you get all dressed up, and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna try to do a makeup tutorial, a Valentine's Day makeup tutorial, if I have time. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Hydrating Primer in the color 2.4. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and just kind of buff that all into my face. So yeah, with Valentine's Day, it's really weird because some people, or a lot of people, think it is only a couple's holiday. It's one of those, greeting card holidays that, is made up and just makes you feel bad if you're not dating somebody or married or you don't have a significant other. But in my opinion, and I know that's hard, but you have to stay positive. So even with Valentine's Day, you have to celebrate just in general the love that you have in your life, whether that be your best friend or your family or somebody you're crushing on. I mean, having somebody to crush on can sometimes, I don't know, it makes life worth living, I think, to have those experiences, to care about somebody. And maybe it gives you, the holiday gives you an excuse to be a little more daring and come out and tell the person how you feel, because life is short, man. If I've learned anything in the last few years with all the changes and stuff that I've been going through, and I've seen other people go through, is life is short, and you've got to just grab the bull by the horn sometimes and go for it. So now I'm going to use this is the Revlon Photo Ready in concealer in light medium. But yeah, life is short, and sometimes you just have to take the bull by the horns and tell that person, or say how you feel. And sometimes it won't be received the way we want it to be, but you never know. If you don't take that chance, you don't step up to the plate and swing, you will never know if it could be the best thing in the world, or it could be, a learning thing for you to a learning experience where, you know, you find out that what you really wanted wasn't what you deserved or what you needed. So, I know, and I know people are going to be like, this is so easy for you to say because you are, you know, married and you have somebody. But honestly, my life, okay, so I am 27 and I met my husband several years ago when we were in tech school. We knew some of the same people and ran in some of the same groups, so, but we weren't really good friends, you know? It was just kind of like in passing, oh, I know who he is kind of thing. And then fast forward 5 years later, we end up on the same deployment, doing the same job, in this undisclosed location in the Middle East, and we just hit it off. And it's funny because I went on that deployment thinking I'd just gotten out of a really kind of strange relationship and I was focusing on me. I was like, I'm gonna work on my body, I'm gonna work on myself mentally and emotionally. This is the 6 months I'm gonna take just for myself. I'm gonna work on me and not worry about, you know, whether I find a boyfriend or whether I could not get married, none of that. I'm not worrying about that. None of that matters right now. Right now it's about me. That's what I went there thinking. And literally a month into it, we met up again, and it was funny because we're like, hey, you know, when were you here, blah, blah, blah. And we found out we were, you know, at the same location, and that we knew a lot of the same people, and I was like, oh, you know, I remembered him, and he remembered me, and I'm going to set my under eye with the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder, and I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in medium, or in deep, translucent deep. So, anyways, long story short, we met up and just kind of fell in love, and it just became one of those things that I wasn't expecting nor looking for at that time. I was happy being on my own, you know, becoming independent and finding my life and, you know, doing all of those fun things. You just never know. It can happen in the strangest places. And in the military, people are always like, you know, deployment loves never last, and, you know, you should never, you know, fall for somebody on a deployment because as soon as you get back home, things change. And that's true. I mean, that happens a lot of times. It's kind of like technical school, people falling in love there. It's only 6 months or 6 weeks, and people would get married right out of tech school. And I've only seen one marriage in the almost 8 years I've been in the military, that they met in tech school, got married, and are still together. One couple. So, I mean, but it can happen, you know, and that's kind of me and my husband. We're going on 3 years together, 2 years married, and it works. So, anyways, enough about my love life. But what I was saying really is that life is weird, and we have to take chances, and we have to put ourselves out there, and a lot of times we fall and we get hurt, and we want to just hide away and put our hearts up on a shelf and never bring them down again, because we think in the moment that it is easier to be alone than be hurt. But I don't think that's true. You know, now that I have found my husband, it is definitely not true. It is, I don't know. I wouldn't trade him for anything. So, alright, now we are going to work on our eyes a little bit. Actually, I'm going to do some bronzer first. This is the CoverGirl Clean Pressed Powder and Soft Honey. And I'm just going to take this brush here. I don't do a ton of contour. I just do a little bit to accentuate my cheekbones. Really light contour, actually. And then I take it up onto my forehead just to kind of create that E, and then down. You want to make an E and a 3. So top of the E, middle of the E, and bottom, or the 3, I guess. So along your jawline. Perfect. Simple. Next, let's work on some eyes. I don't know why my nose keeps itching. So I'm going to break into This is some ColourPop. I'm going to kind of jump around here. I have the Tarteist Pro palette that I'm going to use, the Too Faced Peach palette that I'm going to jump into, as well as a custom ColourPop palette that I put together. So, yeah, lots of colors. I'm going to start with this shade, Wake Up Call from ColourPop. It's like this nudie brown color. I'm going to take that all over my eye, up into my crease, my transition shade. Perfect. And then I'm going to hop into into the Tarteist. This is the color Smoked, all the way over on the end. This is like a dark taupey brown color. I'm just going to start running this into my crease. I'm going to make it, this is going to be a simple look today. It's not going to be anything crazy, so. Anyways, what else is going on? Oh, back to what I was saying about Valentine's Day is, whether you're in love, whether you're in a relationship, you're out of a relationship, you're crushing on somebody, let this holiday be, if nothing else, a chance for you to reflect on the love that you have in your life and the love that you want in your life, you know? Tell that friend how much they mean to you, or tell your mom how big of a fan or how big of an influence she's been on you and how much you love her just simply by being your mom, you know, or your dad or your siblings or whoever. Or if you are married or in a relationship, make sure you take the moment to not necessarily do a grand gesture, but do some kind of gesture. You don't have to spend $100 billion to, you know, show that person you love them, but maybe just writing them a letter, writing them a love letter. That, I mean, is super inexpensive. Doesn't really cost you anything, because I guarantee you probably have a paper and, or a piece of paper and a pen somewhere, or a pencil or whatever. Buy them a card, or, you know, just spend some time with them. Take an hour to take a walk through the park if it's not too cold, or if you have the money to spend and you want to do something, it's just about time. You know, it's not necessarily about the biggest gift or the most expensive whatever. It's about time. At least for me it is. I just want to spend time with my husband. I want to, you know, feel loved just by being with him. And, you know, that's why I'm excited for us to finally get away, because we haven't had a weekend together in several months where he's off and I'm off. So I actually had to trade a shift with somebody to make sure that this could all work out. So, alright. Then I'm going to go into the Peach palette, which has been a really fan favorite of mine right now. This is the color Bellini. It is this kind of pinky taupey shade right here. And I'm just going to kind of get this all over the lid. Ugh, this smells so good. Okay. So eventually, and this just, I don't know what it is about this color, but for me, I just feel like it almost makes my eyes kind of more awake, you know? Like, it's really pretty. Alright, and then I'm going to go into the color, actually I don't want to do that color. I'm going to go into the color Vamp, which is this purpley color right here, below, right below Smoke. And, use that brush. I'm going to use the other side of the same brush that I have, and I'm just going to pop this right in the corner just to give me a little bit more definition. A little bit in the corner right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to my blending brush and just kind of blend any hard edges out. Not feeling that for some reason. Let's go, I'm going to go back in with this Vamp color and just kind of redefine that little area. There. Okay, now back to blending. So other things that are going on is work, obviously. I do work full-time, at least 40 hours a week, and so does my husband. We are both active duty military, and I've been in for almost 8 years. My husband's been in for almost 7 years. So there's that. Next I'm going to do some liner. I'm using the Kat Von D liquid, what is this, tattoo liner in Trooper. I'm just going to kind of tight line today. I'm not doing a crazy wing or anything. So tight lining, if you don't know, is just taking your liner and kind of connecting the dots between your lashes. And it just gives you kind of a nice finished look without being too loud. Okay, now I'm going to go under my eye. I'm going to use that color Vamp again, the one that I have kind of in the corner, and I'm going to use my favorite, this is the Luxie Flat Definer brush, and I'm just going to kind of smudge this out, connecting the dots. Perfect. And I am connecting the corners of my eye with this color. Alright, I don't know why my nose is itching so bad. Lips. Blush first. I'm debating on whether I'm going to film it in my eyebrows just a little bit, but I'll probably do this off camera. This is my favorite. This is from Bare Minerals. This was like their holiday palette, but this color, the Guest List for blush, is just, I don't know, it just gives me like a healthy, I'm not a big blush fan. I don't usually wear a lot of blush. Especially in the summer months, I will just use bronzer as blush. So it just gives me like a healthy glow. But this color is just enough that it gives me something extra without being too much. So next I'm going to go to brows. I'll probably fast forward through this because it does take me a bit. I'm using the Benefit Soft and Natural Brow. Here we go. And brows are done. Boom. Yeah, I don't do a lot with my brows, just kind of fill them in and go with it. So I'm also going to take this is the Creamy Brow Highlight Pencil. It doesn't tell me a color, so I'm assuming that all the colors are the same. And I'm just going to go up under the eyebrow. This just adds a little bit of definition for you. And then I take my finger and kind of pat it out, or blend it out. There we go. Alright, mascara today, what should we use? I'm thinking I'm going to go back to my oldie but goodie favorite. This is the CoverGirl Supersizer in the blue-green tube in black, very black. So this is just, I have not been wearing falsies like at all lately, but with this mascara, I'm not sure I need to. I don't feel like they're super missing, so. And something about this brush, like it separates your lashes really well. It's really thin, but you can also take it down onto your lower lashes without a problem. I know like some other. Okay, so my camera died, but we're back now. I did my mascara, so I think I'm pretty good. Again, I use the Supersizer from CoverGirl. It's really good. Next, I am going to do some highlight. So I think today, I got this in my last BoxyCharm box. This is the Vintage by Jessica Liberskind. Libri skinned. Libri skinned? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, but it's this really beautiful set of highlights. You get two. They're really pretty. This is rose quartz and chocolate diamond. So these are really pretty. And I think these are going to be great for my skin tone. So I'm just going to take a fan brush, which I also got this one in the BoxyCharm box for January. This is the SS017 Deluxe Highlighting Fan from Crown Brush. So I'm actually going to mix these two. I think they're really gorgeous. So I'm going to go a little bit in this and hello highlight, yeah. Right? Alright, let's do the other side. Super pretty. And just a little bit down the bridge of my nose. And on my Cupid's bow. So next I'm going to do my lips. And what I'm using today, I actually am going to be talking about in my upcoming video called Love It or Leave It. And it's basically where I talk about a bunch of different things in a brand and what's good, what's not, what I think you should definitely buy or things I love, and things that maybe we should pass on because they aren't good quality or what have you. And this is from JCat Beauty, which is the brand I'm going to be reviewing here in an upcoming video. But this is their Matte Lip Kiss Proof Lipfinity lipstick. And I sneak preview, obviously, I love this. It is gorgeous, it's pigmented, it sits on your lips beautifully. I really enjoy this. This is the color Call Me Maybe. So, remember that song? I don't remember how it goes. Anyways, so here we go. And there we go. So, you can see it's a beautiful dark red, really vampy kind of color. I really enjoy this. Really enjoy these Lipfinity lipsticks. And I'm going to let that dry down just a bit. And I think that's it. I'm pretty much happy with my look. I think that it is very me, very everyday, except for this lip color. It's a little bright, but, or a little bold for my everyday look. But, yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this get ready for me with me chit chat kind of thing, and if nothing else, I hope I gave you at least 15-20 minutes of just some de-stress relaxation time, and I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!